Good morning and welcome back to China. We've had the lead, we've had the speed today. It's the turn of the boulderers to shine here in Guangzhou. I'm Charlie Bosco. I have Permin Schäuber. How is that for pronunciation?
Yeah, it's fine.
Alongside me. And Permin, you are a Swiss youth national coach. And for people that are used to watching senior climbing, what are the main differences we can expect to see in the climbers here? Obviously, they're a bit smaller, but in terms of style and strength, what is the main difference?
Moves are going to be a bit shorter, obviously. It's not that hard, but in terms of that to the rest, it's not a lot of changes. I mean, they're really strong. They're really good on coordination moves. I think it's not going to be a lot of changes.
It's worth remembering, of course, that even in the Youth B final, which we're going to be watching first, in the female category, we've got two climbers who've climbed 9A outdoors, one who's climbed 9A plus. So the difference, not massively different to a World Cup, but we'll just have a look at the female Youth B lineup there. See, there is your 6 finalists. So this is Youth B. This is the youngest category we cover here in Guangzhou. These were climbers born in 2001 or 2. Frederica Fell, Laura Rigora, Brooke Rabutu, Futaba Ito, Sandra Letner, and Ashima Shireshi. They are your 6 female finalists. Ashima, of course, already won the lead competition in Youth B back on Wednesday, I think it was. Already losing track of the days.
Yes, that's it.
And there's the Youth B finalist in the male competition, Sam Avazu, who also won the lead competition back on Wednesday. Riley Thurston's Shuhei Yukimaru. David Marco Colombo, Katsura Kanishi, and Nathan Martin of France. And the climbers now are going through their observation. They get 2 minutes per boulder. And as a coach, what do you try and get your athletes to do in this observation period? Are there any tactics, any techniques?
Yeah, first of all, try to find some really good strong climbers to watch the boulders together. Touch the start holds, have a look at the sequence, how it works. Find your own method and then just talk to the other climbers what they think about.
And do you encourage honesty from your climbers? Or do you play mind games? Just lie.
No. I think you don't do that.
And if you do, you're not going to admit it on the live stream.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so the climbers each get 2 minutes per boulder to observe.
Yes, they get 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes, they move on to the next boulder.
It's always slightly comical because the judges move them on and off, and we see the climbers trying to get one more glimpse, especially after the 4th boulder and they're being taken back in. There's always a comedy moment where the judge is kind of fighting to get them back through the gate, back into isolation. So we had a look at the boulders earlier, and we think you're going to need 4 tops to win. They look slightly easier than what we've seen so far this week.
Yes, much easier than yesterday. And I think they're really strong girls. I think they should be able to top, or some of them should be able to top 4 of them.
You see then, wearing number 72, Laura Rigora, 3rd place in the lead here on Wednesday. 2nd youngest female to ever climb 9A outdoors. 2nd to the lady in the white top and the colourful trousers, Ashima Shireshi. So this female 3, it was quite a pinch problem. We'll see more of it a bit later on.
Yes, exactly.
Meanwhile, the men are looking at men 3. There's a tough move on this up to the bonus hold. You can see the bonus is that dark pink hold above the big round volume. We suspect that will be the crux. It'd be interesting if the route setters are given any surprises. We've had an expert eye cast over the boulders. And my slightly less expert eye. It's really interesting actually looking at the boulders with you, because obviously I watch a lot of climbing, I go to lots of competitions, and I'm used to looking at trying to understand boulders. But it's funny how quickly you get it. You just walk up and you just straight away you go, he'll
Yeah,
hook, bang back, and I can see you do the moves in your head within a second.
It's part of my job, so I should be able to figure out the sequences pretty fast. So, but I think that's the main problem in bouldering, figuring out the sequences, how to do the moves. And you see really strong climbers. If you do not understand how to do the moves, you're not gonna make the boulder. That's the funny, interesting thing about bouldering, I guess.
Yeah, it's just interesting because if I stand there, I can figure it out, but we'd be walking over, and before we even get to the start holds, you'd be going, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
You
let's
can
see if my sequence was the right
Well-
one. Maybe I just completely wrong, but I messed it up somehow. But
In fact, yeah, I shouldn't say this before they climb the boulders, 'cause you might have been wrong about everything. But
Yeah.
you seem very confident.
let's see.
So the climbers are on to boulder 3. Remember, 2 minutes on each one. So the next they'll move on to boulder 4, and then they'll be done. And they're on their way over. There's Ashima, just lagging slightly behind. Remember, she's already won the lead here in Guangzhou. Won the lead and boulder in Arco.
Yeah, it's interesting to see a lot of the young climbers making it to the boulder finals. Have been to the lead finals as well. So I think the guys, 4 of the guys participated in the finals. So in the lead finals, that's really interesting to see how they can perform now on the boulders.
Yeah, it's going to be increasingly interesting as well with the Olympics looming.
Yeah.
It's in everyone's thoughts, especially for climbers at this age, that you need to be an all-rounder.
Yes, exactly.
Certainly no issues for Ashima there. Same for Sam Avazu.
Yeah.
We've got our 2 lead champions from Wednesday night here in the boulder final, Sam and Ashima. Sam, of course, the son of Cécile Avazu, very successful competition climber in her own right. Ashima, meanwhile, seems to just have appeared in New York City in 2001. This prodigy came into the world, and she's been crushing it ever since. Started climbing at 6 in Central Park, apparently. I had a chance to speak to her last night. Check out the IFSC Facebook page, you'll be able to see that interview. It's really hard to equate the Ashima Shireshi you see on TV and in competitions with the one you meet, because the one you meet is really quiet, doesn't say much, just hangs out with their family, and then you get her on the wall and it's like a monster is unleashed. So the climber's being led back in now, and as I say, ever so slightly amusing moment where the judges try and get them on. The youth climbers are much more compliant than the senior climbers.
Girls are still on, still to try to figure out sequence on boulder number 4. But now observation time is over.
So first out, obviously they'll be on men's 1 and women's 1. So men's 1, just to give you a bit of an idea, it's up a series of pink volumes. We think, from looking at it, that the crux move will be moving off the bonus. The bonus being a big round pink volume. Which you'll see. Our route setting team was here until 5 AM last night, apparently. They really put a shift in. I think they were telling me they'd set 60 boulders over the course of this week.
Tough time.
Plus 18 lead routes, I think. And if you were back in isolation now and your climbers come back in, do you have set techniques you use to try and just calm them down, get them in the right mindset?
Yes, you basically did that before. I mean, right now you can't do anything. They're by their own, so you won't see the climbers during the finals, but just try to calm them down and just try to focus.
And is that you talking to them, or do you hope that your preparation is done by the time you get to the competition?
No, once the comp starts, preparation should be done. Climbers should know what to do and just find the focus, get into the flow and just climb.
Do you generally talk to climbers much in isolation? Or do you just, because the coaches can go in, hey, and when people think isolation, it's just the athletes, but
no.
you guys go in, but do you
Yes.
talk to them much?
depends on the climbers. I mean, some climbers they need a lot of talking, a lot of pushing them up, getting them psyched. Other climbers they just like to be quiet and just do their own thing. I mean, I guess the older the climbers get, the more they know what they need. The more they're by their own. They just leave them and just do their proper warm up, and then yeah, some motivational words, and that's okay. For the young climbers, I think sometimes you just gotta watch that they have all the belongings and everything works, and they're just not messing around. But yeah,
Don't know if you can see him there, just on those, in that green doorway. Sam Avazu is just getting ready to climb. Just being made to wait for one more minute. Do you find that the young climbers sometimes are more relaxed? Because in a way, it's not quite
maybe.
it's serious to them, but almost when, I know when you're young, you don't really get stressed about anything.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I mean, if you look at Sam right now, he's really focused, but he looks calm and ready to climb, I think.
And do you have a set routine that you do with all your climbers before a competition, so 2 weeks before, a week before, a day before? Do you have a routine to prepare mentally?
Yes. Yeah, I think every climber has their own routine. They have their own music with them. They know like what to do 1 week before, how to get into this mental thing, how to get ready. But there's not one thing that you can say like you have to do this or that. It just depends on the climber. And I think it takes a little while to figure that out, what you really need and what's helping you.
Sam Avazu just out of your shot there. There he is. He's just being made to wait still. It must be really difficult on a week like this as well, because you've got climbers doing 3 disciplines, or most climbers doing at least 2 disciplines.
Yeah.
To keep that focus,
really,
physically and mentally.
Yeah, I mean, Sam was climbing 7 days now in a row, so it's a tough game. So here it is. Sam is out on the first boulder.
Sam's out. Yep, and Frederica Fell of Germany out on women's 1, and there it is, women's 1. I haven't had a good look at this one yet. Should be a relatively easy read. Just talk us. We'll come back. We'll focus on Sam for now.
Here he is. Sticks the first move. Easy move to the bonus. Here we go. And that was the hard move we were talking about. Matches up. Really nice heel up there.
There's a small bolt on that volume. You may not be able to see. We could be on for a flash here. We are.
And here we go.
It's a good hold, that top hold.
Very nice.
Once you're on it, you're not going to let go.
Not really.
So perfect start for Sam Avazu. That's a flash. So Frederica Fell onto women's 1. I was just going to say, talk us through these moves. It looks quite complex, this boulder, but perhaps not as complex as it initially looks.
You need a lot of body tension just to get up there to this black round volume. I think once you stick that, you should be fine. Getting to the bonus, put up your foot on the right side and just move to the right to the top hold. But certainly the first 2 moves are tricky moves. Here she goes. Let's hope she's going to do it this time. Yes, very nice drop knee. And here she goes. Cool.
So good start for Frederica. Heading towards the top. Already got the bonus.
Yes, and here she goes. Just
should be a relatively easy top out. Just needs to stay in balance.
Here we go.
So perfect start.
Very nice.
For Sam, not far off perfect start for Frederica. I think that was 3rd attempt, 2nd or 3rd. We'll check when the scores update. Excellent start. So we mentioned earlier, we thought from our judgment that all the boulders would be top today in this final.
Yeah, it's going to come down to attempts.
Sam Avazu couldn't really have done much more. So here we go, Team Australia, Riley Thurstons.
Very nice to see an Australian guy make it to the finals. I think first times in the youth games. I don't know.
I think it is off the top of my head. I don't want to say yes. I'm pretty sure. Very well represented, Australia. They brought a big team here this week. Campbell Harrison's been doing more than his fair share of the live stream. I'd owe him a beer if he was old enough to drink one. Sorry, Campbell.
So
here's Laura Agora, third place in the lead earlier this week. Second youngest female to climb at 9A outdoors.
slightly different beta she's using. Sticks to sloper. One more move and here she goes.
Much more statically than we saw Frederica
Yeah.
try it initially.
She's a little bit smaller, not even using the bonus. Going straight on to the underclink and should have an easy game to make it to the top. Here we go.
So Laura,
Very nice.
superb start. Yeah.
Yeah, looking really strong.
She's an extremely strong climber coming into this in good form as well. Won the European Youth Championships lead in Mitterdorf in Austria back in September. Let's focus on Riley Thurstons.
Made it up to the bonus.
So, as we mentioned earlier, we thought from our observation that that move off the bonus would be the crux.
Yeah, exactly. It's just exactly where it just fall.
Even when Sam Havasu did it, he did flash the boulder, but it looked like that was the only point where he really was in trouble, was just that move out right. So much power needed in the shoulders.
Yes.
Got to slap out right and then instantly lock both shoulders. Really tough move. Still plenty of time for Riley though.
Yeah, still 2 minutes to go.
We do have a clock this time. It's Chinese organisers sometimes give us a clock, sometimes decide not to. Very pleased to see we've got one today.
Here he goes. Now let's hope he can make it to the next hole. Yes, looks good.
This looks promising for Riley. I don't remember it, but I'm pretty sure Sam didn't put the foot up. It looked as if he campused that move.
Almost, yeah.
Riley just not confident to use his shoulders quite like Sam did. Trying to get his right foot up, but the problem is it's pushing his centre of gravity backwards. It's pushing him backwards as he tries to get that heel up. We'll see as more climbers come out whether it's better to try and use the foot or to
Depends on your size.
just go for power. Yeah,
I think.
true.
Let's see if he's sticking to this method or just give it another try with campusing method like some did.
If this attempt doesn't work out, he should still have time for another. At least
Exactly.
one more.
Here he goes. Nice, come on. Just quite not enough.
It's an interesting piece of route setting that. It does look like if you've got the confidence and the power to go for it, then it is better to try and do it without the foot, because you can see as soon as his foot is in place, he can't keep his balance.
That's
We
it.
shall see. Riley, I think he's just trying to decide if he wants 2 quick attempts or 1 full-on attempt. I think he's going to take all his rest here.
Maybe he's giving it another try before.
No.
Here he goes.
So he's got this lower section dialed. No problem up to the bonus.
Here he goes. Come on.
Come on,
Very
Riley.
nice.
Much more dynamic that time.
Here he goes. Finish it off. Yes.
So from this bolt on, it should be relatively straightforward to the top. Just needs to hang on to the swing. He does.
Yes.
Oh, there was a heart in the mouth moment where you wondered if he might just slip off that top hold. It's a good hold as long as your feet are close to the wall. As soon as your feet come away from the wall, it doesn't feel quite so good, but he gets it done.
It was really nice to see how he changed the method. Not making it to the bonus, directly campusing up to this hold and just pushing towards the top.
So there's Rabatu and Shuhei Yukimaru of Japan on the men's boulder. Before he does anything, he asks the boulder to be cleaned. That's Shuhei Yukimaru. Riley Thurston's was out last. Shuhei, he's won't be a familiar face to many climbing viewers. Hails from Tokyo, but we haven't seen him in many international competitions. But then you could have said that of Tomoe Narasaki at the start of the year, and he's had quite the 2016. Japan just seems to be churning out top boulderer after top boulderer this year.
Yes.
Hey, we were saying off air yesterday, though, it's been a good year for Switzerland as well. You've got a female boulder world champion in the shape of Petra Klingler.
Yes, it was a perfect year for the Swiss climbers, I think. And the big sensation Petra made it. Just put everything together and won the title in Paris. It's really nice.
Speaking of top female boulders, we've got Brooke Rabitu making relatively light work of women's one.
She's not using the bonus neither.
Just trying to figure out what to do with the feet.
Yeah. Not quite confident with the right undercling. Here she goes.
We've just cut to Brooke, so I'm not 100% if this is a flash. I think it's a second attempt. Second or third.
Yes.
Either way, it's successful. And she will earn herself an extra 2 minutes rest in isolation.
And here goes Yukimari. Nice flexibility. Come on. Yes.
So he made it work with the feet.
Yes.
So different methods clearly possible.
That's it. Let's see what he's going to do next.
So everyone that's been here has topped.
Yes.
So we'd expect him to top from here, but not done until it's done.
Yes. Top hold is not as good as it looks like. Really got a match with the feet on the second last hold.
As I said earlier, it's a good hold when your feet are in the right place. Any movement, suddenly, every degree that your hips move away from the wall, it becomes a worse hold.
But he's still 130 left, so I'm sure he's going to do this.
Pretty sure he'll get that.
Yeah.
Let's have another look.
Here he goes, just slips off the foot on the left hold.
Also, he grabbed the hold right on the top with his palm facing to the left.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the best method.
There are slightly small holes into the top hole, and if you don't really get the hole properly, it's really hard to stick it.
So Swiss national coach Permin Schäuber alongside me. Expert analysis.
Here we go, another heel hook, slips off the bonus.
That's interesting. We see this quite often with climbers. They get the top hold and don't quite finish the boulder, and then it seems like they can't repeat it.
I think he started too early, still tired, fatigue, so he should have been waiting for another 20, 30 seconds. That's what he's doing right now, another 20 seconds.
But again, he goes with 15 to go. You'd have thought he'd be better waiting until time is up.
Maybe he's not sure about this first move, so here he goes. Another heel hook.
So
slips off the wall, and he has another try.
So going early ended up working in his favour, but will he have the energy after that
So he's
attempt?
resting there, grabbing the bonus.
He's going again with the foot. No, he wasn't confident to try it without the foot. That's disappointing for Shuhei. Had a hand on the top hold. He looks annoyed with himself. And when your climbers come back in and they've had something disappointing like that, what do you try and, what can you try and tell them to forget it? Do you just, it's just about process. Just think about the next boulder.
But right now he cannot tell to them because they're by their own.
Yeah, okay.
But during lead climbing, of course, you can.
But before the competition, you know they're going to be on their own. What can you say to them? Just try and think about the next boulder.
Yeah, every boulder starts from zero, so new boulder, new chance. So you just keep your head up and just keep going. There's nothing lost. It was just the first boulder. Of course, the first guy topped the boulder, and he knows that. It's maybe put on some pressure on him, but I think he's going to relax now, calm down, and just focus on the next boulder.
Easier said than done, but it has to be done. Can't let the first boulder play on your mind the whole way through the final.
Of course.
So another Japanese climber, this time Futaba Ito.
Makes it really easy up there to the bonus hole.
Now, she is a serious competitor for this competition. Obviously, qualified third. Remember, the climbers come in reverse order,
so easy.
there we go. If you top the semi-final standings, you're last out in the final. So she was third in the semi-final, climbs fourth here. She won the Asian Youth Championships in Tehran in September, both overall and boulder. So she's up against some strong competition, but she is absolutely in the reckoning here in Guangzhou. So we can focus on David Marco Colombo.
And yet another method how to do this boulder. Very nice to see that. Just gotta stick the next move and he's fine, I think. Match is down there, here he goes.
He's very controlled so far.
Yeah, just keep it together.
So he grabs the hold the same.
He knows what to do.
But he was
Here he goes.
much more static than,
Yes.
than we saw from Shuhei. Cruises back into isolation. So plenty of tops so far.
As we expected.
I think we are going to see a lot of tops. The boulders on the whole have been hard this week in qualification and semi-finals. In the men's competition though, we had 3 climbers. David Marco Colombo, Katsura Kanishi and Nathan Martin of France. All of them topped all 4 boulders in the semis. So Katsura just wants the holes clean before he does anything. Also got Sandra Lettner of Austria out, there she is.
Sits in there to the start hole. Really nice. But she can't put off now. No hand rest.
That's clever climbing from Sandra.
Yeah, it is.
No one else has spotted that.
But
It's
let's
not-
see how she's gonna do the next move.
I was about to say, it doesn't actually put her in a great position for the
No.
next move, but it's still a clever bit of climbing.
Fast move to the bonus.
Just to let you know, by the way, if you're waiting for the score, apparently the judges are having 1 or 2 problems with the Chinese internet affecting the scoring system. When we have updated scores, we will bring them to you. We are reliant on the local internet in the venue, and if you visited China, you will know that being reliant on the internet is a dangerous place to be. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, and there's nothing you can do. So apologies, we will bring you scores when we get them. It's all part of the game in China. This is our 5th week here this year in 2016 with the IFSC, so I'm completely chilled out. I'm like a Buddhist. I'm just just zen.
Here goes Sandra. Another go. Tries a kind of knee bar in there. Grabs the hole. That looks really good right now. Up to the bonus. And let's hope she can finish it off. There she goes. The Japanese climbers, meanwhile, 2 moves from the top as well. Here goes.
Could be about to see 2 tops in
Yes, here it is.
not
the
many
first
more
one.
seconds. Sandra gets her top. Can Katsura match it? Yes, he can.
Nice.
So plenty of tops so far.
So the last competitors now, they exactly know everyone topped the boulder. It's going to put a lot of pressure on them. Let's see how they do.
As I mentioned though, these are theoretically the strongest climbers. They topped the semi-final round. So we would, I think you could be fair to say we would expect 2 tops here.
Yes, of course.
Ashima has been crushing everything in her path this week. great to see her on the live. We'll be seeing her hopefully in Senior World Cups as of next year.
Yes.
She is a prodigy. I mean, climbing right now, we've got so many strong young climbers in the lead climbing. You look at Jenny Garnbrett, Anna Verhoeven, still very young. But Ashima Shirashi is really going to shake things up in the Senior World Cups next year. Over the course of this final, I'll run you through her very impressive CV.
And that's a double flash, so no problems for the strongest climbers in the field right now.
No, Ashima can add a flash of Boulder 1 to her CV. Pretty effortless from both our top climbers. Let's have another look. Very smooth. Looked like there was a second where the feet almost cut loose, but after that, easy to the top. There's Eddie, the photographer, with the cap on. A familiar sight on the live stream. Can't resist the opportunity to be on the camera. So we'll be on to female 2 and male 2 very shortly. Very quick round there, not many of the climbers out for the full 4 minutes. That's first bowler's already done. Just to give you a quick idea of what we can expect from number 2, men's boulders. Quite a cool jump at the start. Relatively easy move, we think, but it'd be quite spectacular. Still got to control the swing. And then the bonus hold is pretty poor. We think most of the climbers will bump through that. Yeah, as you can see there on your screen, we're just waiting for updated scores. We've got the first 4 climbers' scores. As I say, as and when the local internet allows, we will bring you the scores as they update. We'll have 2 climbers with flashes in the men's competition. Yeah, so men's boulder 2, I was just saying, starts with the jump. Bonus hold is quite poor. We think the climbers might just bump through that.
Or yeah, just match it with the heel on the jump hold that I use, and it's just bump through, yeah. Let's see how they do.
You just saw there on the screen, all the women top that first boulder, so already attempts key. And on women's 2, we think this will see a few tops. It's steep, but still should be, by the standards of World Youth Championship bouldering, should be relatively straightforward for the top climbers. We'll see. Again, I think we'll see plenty of tops, and it's going to be attempts, just like the first one.
Here you go, Sam, reading the sequence again, and here he goes.
So Sam got 2 tops in the semi-finals, both of them flashes. Flash the first boulder here in the final.
Easy jump.
So that's the jump, then the bonus. No, he's not bumping through it, he's actually using it.
Yes.
Is it going to be 2 flashes from 2 for Sam Avazu? Straight into it. Now these 2 holds he's going to here, they're both pinches. It's quite hard to make out from this angle. They're horizontal pinches. They look quite good holds, but they're really not, especially when the feet want to cut loose. So we can have a look at Frederica while Sam recovers.
Nice toe hook. Can't get the second foothold over there. The next hold is quite good, so once you get the foot down there, should be fine to make it to the bonus and to the next moves.
Had a really successful career in Bavarian and German youth cups, and then 6th place. He was in the final at the European Youth Championships in Langenfeld back in August. I seem to remember we had perfect weather in Langenfeld. A couple of beautiful days in the Ötztal Valley. Just struggling with that move to get the feet out right. So where it says FB2, below that you've got the starting hold, then to the right of it, about a metre right of where it says FB2, you've got the big chalked up hold, and the best bit of it is closed off by the hold above it. So the climbers can't go for quite the best bit of that hold. The route setters just closed it off. You can see the second hold blocking it. Everything getting a good clean. So there we go, there's the updated scores for the men. So Shuhei Yukimaru was the only climber not to top 2 flashes, the 2 French climbers.
Here she goes, nice toe hook, and let's hope she can put up the foot there. Needs a little bit of swing. Can't quite control this move.
Now this is interesting, when we were, there's Eddie the photographer again, getting plenty of airtime. Let's have a look at Sam. We'll talk about women's 2 in just a second.
Here he goes.
So last time he got the left hand up, so he'd done one more move than this last time.
Yes, this looks much better. Nice. Let's hope he can bump up to the next hold.
But they are poor pinches.
Ah, yeah. So close.
I was about to say on female 2, that move to the right coming up now. When she gets her other hand on this hold. This move right, when we inspected the boulder, it didn't look at first glance as if this move would be one of the harder ones, but interesting. Freddie struggling with it. Let's have another look at Sam.
Oh, so close. Free fingers on.
This could cause some frustration, this boulder, because I think if the climbers had another 4 minutes, virtually all of them might top it, but it's going to stop people.
Yes.
Because those pinches, you've got to get them in exactly the right place.
It's part of the game in bouldering. Just keep it together in 4 minutes and just try to solve the problem. Here he goes. So last attempt for Sam.
I can tell you that Frederica Fell is not done women's 2.
Ah.
And that was different beat at that time, went with the right hand first. Can have another look at the jump. So it's relatively straightforward, but you've still got to control that swing. It is a big hold they're going for though. We didn't expect to see many falls there. So Sam Avazu, no joy on boulder 2. No problem with the bonus, flash the bonus. But no top. Here's Laura Rigora. Too eager. Riley Thurston's back out. Team Stryer. Remember that the climbers have already had an observation period, but Riley just take you a bit longer to check out the boulder, refresh his memory. Laura also not getting on with the start of women's 2. As I say, certainly I didn't feel this move would cause too many problems.
It's still a long move, so.
It is a long move. Between the start handholds and the start footholds is quite a long gap, let alone this. Laura trying to do it perhaps slightly, a bit more statically. She doesn't like it.
Nice.
It's a good start from Riley. Same problem as Sam, just trying to control it as the feet pop off as he moves up.
This pinch looks really, really bad, so.
So both climbers a bit stumped here. Still plenty of time. Remember, the climbers backstage will now be thinking, they're using all the time up. This second boulder is obviously a bit harder than the first one. Laura just looking at that boulder over and over again, wondering if she's missed some key bit of information. Now this is oh no, I thought she was about to try some very different method, but no.
Yes, here she goes. I think she will stick that move.
It's a big jump.
Yes, for her it is.
So Riley seems to have this first bit dialed.
He's got to stick to the hold. Yes.
So what to do with the feet now? That seems to be the crux. Tries a heel hook and he'll go with the right hand. That seems a bit more successful.
Very nice.
It's a good hold he's going for.
Oh, so close. That was interesting to see. Yeah, changing the method, putting up a heel on the right side, going straight to the pinch and just try bump up to the top hold.
I have to
Really,
say,
really nice.
that looked like better beta to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked very controlled. I think Riley can get that for sure.
Yeah, I think so too.
Maybe a palm on the left-hand pinch. Don't use the pinch. Maybe push off it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's interesting how you can just change the method and just put it onto your style and maybe make the top without, you know, any regular beta the other guys wants to use.
I love it when climbers do that because I think recreational climbers can understand how that feels. When you try and do a move, you try it, and then someone says, "Oh, maybe try your foot over there," and suddenly the move is super easy.
Yeah.
It's great when you see top-level climbers, top-level youth climbers doing the same thing. Laura really not getting
really
on with this jump.
yeah.
Nowhere near really even this first move.
It's a big surprise for me.
So Riley, as we mentioned, that jump is relatively straightforward, but just got to control it. So will he try the same method again? I think he will.
Yeah, I think so.
As I say, I wonder if you can get a palm on that left-hand hold. We'll see. It's not great, but it might just be enough to steady you. Riley's so close.
So close.
I think we'll definitely see some tops on that now we've seen that, but it depends if anyone else finds that beta.
Can't quite push with the left feet. So close.
It's a nice piece of route setting because it looks like there's so many different ways of putting your feet, which hold to go for. Sam Avazu tried what looked like the most obvious solution, left then right, but
yeah,
no joy. I wonder if there's a slightly easier but less obvious method. So Shuhei takes matters into his own hands. The only climber not to top Boulder 1. It's Brooke Rabatou with the Stars and Stripes chalk bag.
Oh, she's trying to use the hold. Oi. Wow.
Now Brooke also not getting on with that first move. It's only the first attempt though.
Yeah.
So this is interesting. Shuhei Yukimaru comes out. Of course, we've already had the observation, but he still wants a bit of practice time. Ooh, not
slips off that right foot.
Not a great start. It looked like a slip though. I think he'll get it this time. Looked like the foot was just a bit too far to the left. And Brooke gets it this time.
Here we go.
So it's another big jump to the right, but this time she has at least got a foothold to stop her.
Very nice.
And she's going to go feet first.
And that's a good hold. Come on. Just slips off. Couldn't get quite on the gut part of the hold.
Yeah, you just see her rotating through on that right shoulder.
Let's see what Shuhei's doing. Nice toe hook down there.
I think
Moving the feet.
I think he's going to go left hand first here.
Yeah, let's see.
It looks like the most obvious way, but judging by Riley Thurston's attempts, possibly not the best way. So I think Brooke might feel like she has these first moves sorted now. You can see there that that best part of the hole just closed off by the route setters. So she goes feet first. That looks
Can't
like the way
control
to
the swing.
No, it looks like the way to do it. She was certainly closer that time.
Yeah.
Didn't rotate so much.
Just got a match with the second hand and then she'll be fine, I think. Should be doable for her.
Shuhei needs this because without having topped the first bowler, the only man not to do so, doesn't want to fall far behind. The top here would really help him out. No tops so far on this bowler. So left hand first or right hand first? Or feet, let's see.
Yeah, that move's really hard to get to the pinches up there.
Well, from watching the three climbers we've had so far, I think going right hand first certainly looked like it got Riley Thurston's closer than anyone's been.
Yeah.
Shuhei going with the left hand first, but only really touched the hold. Never looked like he was going to hang on to it. Will he try a different method? So Brook Rabitu, who's been very close to this move, but not quite stuck it.
Yes, here she goes.
This time she gets it. Okay, so now we get our first chance to have a really good look at the top section of women's 2. Controls the swing again. Come on, Brook. Up with the right hand there.
No, so close. Slipping off that hole.
Shuhei, no joy for him.
Yeah, Brooke took quite a lot of time to figure out that move. I think if she would have done it earlier, she should have been able to top that boulder, sure.
Yeah, she got slightly closer on every attempt,
Yeah.
but it wasn't until right at the end that she got it. So Futaba Ito. David, the latest man to try men's 2. So no tops on this one, 5 tops on boulder 1 for the men. But boulder 2 yet to be conquered in either men's or women's. Down to our last 3 climbers. So Futaba gets that move straight away that Brooke was struggling with. It's this move as well, sorry, that Laura Rigora was struggling with. This was the move that Brooke was finding difficult.
Yes, she bumps down the hand, which makes it a little bit closer to the next move, but that's really hard.
Yeah, I was wondering, watching Brooke, if that was going to be possible,
Yeah.
but I suppose if you use the left hand, it makes the move difficult in a different way, if you know what I mean.
And Marco Davide in the meanwhile, really close and falls off the second last hole.
So he also goes left hand first.
Yes. Maybe he's gonna change method now. Let's see. But looks really strong on these first moves and just can control the swing.
So will Futaba try that same method, or will she keep her hand a bit further left but make the hold a bit more positive? So that's the best part of the hold that her hand was on, and
Yeah.
that's where the left hand will go. Might be worth making the jump a bit longer but having your hand on the best part of the hold. No, she's going to shuffle it down again. So Laura Rigora really didn't get on with the first move, but then Brooke struggled with the second move, and so far Futaba having the same problem. As we thought, that jump move not proving too tough for the men. I think we've seen one fall on that move, everyone else has got it every time.
So let's see. Still going for this left pinch. So strong, hanging just up there. Ah,
That's close. That is really close. Again, trying the as you say, left hand first, followed by the right. I was really impressed by Riley Thurston, so I thought he really looked like that was a good way of doing it.
Yeah.
Of course, different methods can work for different climbers. It's one way of doing these boulders. It's interesting when you talk to the route setters, they'll always say, well, you can do it this way, but some of them might try it this way. Even the people that set the boulders don't know what to expect. If you're wondering what those yellow holes are, they're going to be part of a boulder in one of the finals coming up. We have, of course, got more finals for you today. We've got Youth A, that's early afternoon, and then this evening we've got Junior. So no less than 3 full boulder finals. We'll also have highlights. Busy day for everyone in Guangzhou today.
So let's hope to see a top here on the last attempt. Oh, so close.
I wonder if she'll have another go for Taba. She will.
Here she goes.
Scurried over, didn't have time to chalk up now. Oh well, she's having fun. So, David with the left hand. Is he going to skip that right hand?
So okay. We've seen 3-4 different methods. None of them worked, so...
Okay, so I think the way to do this is to use one of the pinches, but not both. That seems to be the way. Whether it's the left or the right, because that was close. That was as close as Riley got.
Exactly. It's just really hard to hang on this pinches and not moving your feet. It just looks really hard.
I think as well more difficult for each climber because it's so close. It's absolutely in the balance, and after 4 or 5 climbers, sweaty hands have been on it.
Yeah, of course.
It might make that 1% difference, even with cleaning. So another Japanese climber out, Katsura Kanishi. We've just seen his compatriot on women's 2. Meanwhile, Sandra Lettner now on women's 2. Sandra, of course, qualified second out of the semi-finals. You see her there, bottom right of your screen. Let's keep an eye on Katsura for now. So very composed, very controlled up to here. Well, we've watched 4 climbers do this, and I don't know what the best way of doing it is. So
just campus it up here.
Yeah.
Let's see what he's going to do.
So I don't know what advice I would give to Katsura. I'm no closer to the solution now.
Try every method once. Sandra's having trouble with the first move here too.
It's one of the really interesting things about bouldering. The climbers, when to just keep trying, or when to just try something completely different. And of course, a good illustration of that, you'll be happy to be reminded of it, was Petra Klingler in the World Championship final, when she just tried a whole new method on that key boulder. That was a great moment.
So Sandra's taking the move, brings the foot down there, making it relatively easy to the good hold, matches it. Here she goes, very nice. The bonus should be fine, it's a good hold.
So a top here would be a big statement.
Here she goes. Yes.
No tops on either of the second boulders, men or women. Are we about to see the first one? Sandra Lettner is very solid up to the bonus.
Let's go.
Brooke touched the next hole but couldn't hang it. Same outcome for Sandra.
But she got 2 more minutes.
She's got plenty of time. The big difference, of course, was when Brooke got to that hold, she was out of time. Sandra, meanwhile, she's got nearly 2 minutes left. Let's have another look. I think she was just missed the best bit of the hole.
Yeah, it was
maybe
a bit too much to the right.
Bit to the right, yeah, centimetre or so to the right.
After that, there's still one bad hold before you bump into the top hold. I think should be possible.
Yeah, it would be possible, and it would be a big statement from Sandra. Sandra, a pretty mean lead climber as well, second in the European Youth Lead Championships in Mitterdorf. Good all-rounder. Some teams just seem to churn climbers out. Austria, France, Japan, Slovenia. Sandra, yet another very strong member of Team Austria.
Sandra making easy progress to the bonus, shaking off here. Have a look at the time.
So if she
here we go.
If she can stick this move, she'll have made more progress than anyone so far on this boulder. No. Again, looked like she just missed the key hole. We've only got her in the bottom right of the screen, but from what we can see, Katsura Kanishi. Almost certainly his last attempt, 5 seconds to go. Okay, it will be his last attempt, and Sandra Lettner also off the ground on women's 2. So, no joy for either. Well, after 11 tops out of 12 climbers on the first boulder, that is no tops so far for the first 10 attempts on boulders 2. See there, bottom left is the Shima Shireshi waiting to come out. There she is. Well, in the lead final she had Hawaiian shorts with flowers. This time it's rainbow trousers. And Nathan doing his bit with the tricolor haircut. What has Manuel Cornu started? Manuel Cornu, of course, the senior boulderer who's been entertaining us towards the second half of the IFSC boulder season with his haircuts. Nathan straight into action. It's a tough place to hang on that bonus hold.
It is.
Not a great hold. He might have used quite a bit of energy there.
Shima just make that look so easy. Already on the bonus hole. Here she goes.
Let's have a look. Can Shima Shirashi take a commanding lead here in Guangzhou Youth B final?
Sticking that hold. First go, stick that hold. And let's see how the last 2 moves look like. Another okay crimp and just cross in. Easy work.
That is absolutely amazing from Shima. We've seen some of the best youth climbers in the world cannot get past that bonus hold. She walks out and flashes. Is that a flash of the boulder? Will
yeah,
you keep
I think
an
so.
eye?
I think so.
We'll confirm when the scores come through. Well, Ashima, if there was any doubt that she was the favourite to win here, she's just removed those doubts. 2 boulders, 2 flash. The second boulder, nobody else could even do it. Amazing. We will confirm if that was a flash from Ashima. We think it was. So Nathan.
So let's hope to see a top here. Wow, just tries to campus this last move really hard.
It's impressive, but I don't think that's the way to do it. I think you do need your feet. Those pinches just aren't good enough to campus.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe if we had Rustam Gelmanov or someone here. But I think you're going to need your feet. Root set has done a great job here. Lots of flashes, lots of tops and a few flashes early on, and then the difficulty really ratcheted up for boulder 2. As I say, root setting team got to bed at 5 a.m. Led in the bouldering by Jackie Godoff, a legend of bouldering, Fontainebleau legend, a route setting legend. Hopefully we'll get Jackie on the live stream a bit later on. He looks surprisingly awake for a man who's had 3 hours sleep.
So here he goes, the foot's up.
What is the method?
Cat step, wow. And that step, no, it's so close. I was just about to saying it was the first stop. Very nice. He put his feet under the volume, under the bonus volume.
It looked to me as if maybe if he just waited another couple of seconds, just
Yeah.
set it, just hang on, just get set.
Wow.
Almost
So
went too
close.
fast.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he can do this.
Yeah.
He really
Let's
can.
hope.
It would be great. It's always a bit disappointing when you have a boulder that doesn't get topped.
Yes. So he's going to wait the last seconds.
So there to confirm the scores for you. How's that for Ashima Shireshi? Just remind you, if you are new to bouldering, if you haven't watched any bouldering before, we have a 4-tiered scoring system. Most important one is how many tops you got, and then it's how many attempts those tops took. Then it comes down to how many bonus holes you got, and then it comes down to how many attempts those bonuses took. The bonus hole, of course, midway up the route, we can see it there, with the blue tape and the sign saying bonus.
Ali, come on. Here he goes.
Come on!
No! That was so close. Yeah, I think the top hold is worse than we thought. That looks really, really hard to stick.
From the ground it looks quite good, and one of the route setters I was chatting to, Simon Margon, the Slovenian route setter who is chief route setter in the lead, he was saying, yeah, it's quite a good hold, but of course you've used so much energy when you get there.
Yeah.
Even reasonably good holds can feel pretty bad. So no top on men's 2. 2 tops for Ashima Shireshi in the women's competition. She was the only climber to top boulder 2. Futaba Ito and Laura Rigora flashed the first boulder, and they're in second and third place. Slight delay, and then they'll be out onto boulders 3. We're just waiting for the men's results to update. We'll bring you them as soon as they do. Men's 3, we believe, is going to be quite tough up to the bonus. If climbers get to the bonus, we think they should then make it. We shall see. Women's 3 is a pinch boulder. So Sam Avazu is back out. Crouch start here. You can see there's 3 bits of yellow tape on that blue volume. There are 4 bits of yellow tape in total when the climbers start a boulder, and that refers to how many limbs they have to have on each
So
hole.
I'm still thinking about the start, so he's not quite sure.
Yeah, so when there's 3 bits of yellow tape on one hold, it means you need 3 limbs on that hold.
Here he
You
goes.
see it there, yeah. So they need 3 limbs on the right hand blue volume and 1 on the pink volume on the left. That's what the 4 bits of yellow tape refer to. So Sam creeping his way up this lower section. It's a small crimp he's going for, the bonus hold. It just crept into the shot. There it is.
And this volume looks really, really bad. Here's Smizov.
I think the climbers are going to need to find a way of getting that big volume statically.
Yeah,
I think any sort of movement, they're going to peel off the wall.
exactly.
Now, slightly worrying. I've had a couple of raindrops hit me. I hope we're not going to get bad weather here in Guangzhou. We've had just about everything the weather can throw at you this week, from 30-degree humidity to freezing cold and heavy rain. Right now we've got somewhere in the middle. It's still just about dry. I guess somewhere between 15 and 20 degrees, just about shorts and t-shirt weather. It is for an Englishman.
Do you know about the humidity? I mean, yesterday it was 90% something. It was really, really humid.
It feels less today.
Yeah, but still
It's still humid.
Still 70%, I guess, something like that.
It's sweaty.
Yeah.
This is not scientific. This is just me sitting here, but yeah, it feels humid again.
Wow.
So
Almost campusing up to this volume.
Sam's smiling there. I mean, that's what I mean. It seems as soon as the feet come off,
Yeah,
you're in trouble. You
in the
need to
ground
find
again.
need to find a way of getting solid on that volume without your feet coming off. But the problem is, as you go up for it, the feet just begin to peel. Haven't seen much of Freddie Fell on women's one. I can tell you she's still on the ground. Just
She
pulled
was-
on for a second for I think the third attempt.
She was able of figuring out the first 2-3 moves, and yeah, let's hope she can make it to the bonus.
So Sam Avazu. Let's have a look. So he's got this. He initially looked a bit confused by the start. He's got it sorted now. Now then, how to deal with this big round volume?
So hard.
You can just imagine what muscles that requires all across the chest and the back of the shoulders to try and grip that volume. Now, lots of pinches, tiny ring-shaped bolt-on holds here. The one on the bonus is slightly better, slightly more positives than the one before it.
And Fred is just looking for the best hold there, up on the volume.
That looks like a good method.
Yes, 6 to bonus, very cool.
Yeah, nicely controlled. You can see how hard she's fighting though. This
Wow.
taking everything she's got, but
No,
oh,
just couldn't quite make it to the hole. It was a little bit too high and just slipped off to the ground.
what a fight that was. Sam
Yeah.
Amazu. No, can't get past that round volume. So no bonus for him on boulder 3. Let's have another look at this. You could see she was fighting with everything she had. I do find sometimes when I'm watching the climbers, you can almost feel their effort.
Yeah,
My shoulders were kind of aching on those two big moves. But no joy. So these are the updated scores after boulder 2. Very tight so far at the top. Sam Avazu, the only climber out so far on men's boulder 2. He didn't get a bonus. So that does open the way slightly. Here's Riley Thurstons. Laura Rigora. Already had a bronze medal here in these championships in lead in Youth B. Just tuning in, Youth B is for climbers born in 2001 or 2. This is the youngest age category here in Guangzhou.
nice heel up there.
This is a really physical boulder because the climbers have to do dynamic moves and then instantly stop. It's really difficult to kill that momentum. No such problems for Laura.
Yeah, she can do this for sure.
That was a different method because we saw Freddie keep her feet low down there and it made the move look really tough, but Laura got the feet up and it looked much easier. This top move, no pushover though.
She tries to reach the top statically, but it's not working, obviously. Moving her feet around, she's going back, and just has to go for the push. Come on.
Come on, Laura.
Ah,
That's a shame because Laura Rigora looked really good up until then. Really sussed out the best
Yeah.
way to do the moves, looked really efficient.
really solid.
I think she's definitely can do this boulder. I think there might be a better way of using the feet, we'll just see. No, she was actually too high on that
Yeah,
top hold. She
like Freddie before.
yeah, she went too far.
But she was hanging there for quite a while, so was costing her quite a lot of energy, I guess. So maybe next time she's just going for it and then sticks the hold.
So Riley Thurston's, he was just trying to figure out how to get started.
Wow.
It's
Completely different, like Sam. 360 here.
yeah, he did it. Instead of turning to the left, went
Yeah.
right. He went the long way. The long way round, but he's ended up where he needs to. That's a tough bit of route setting there. No bolt-on holds to aim for on that big volume. So what can Laura do? Looked really good on the last attempt. Last move stopped her.
I think she will top this now.
Okay, there we have a I've given up on predictions, so it's good to have someone making predictions. Let's have a look.
Yes, here we go.
So yeah, this move here that Freddie Feld did with a foot low, Laura does with the foot high. There's the reward.
Nice.
Great stuff. So, top from Laura. 2 tops for her, 3 boulders. Here's Riley.
Wow. Sticking up to this volume.
That's the closest anyone's been so far. Can he get the bonus?
He just couldn't get up his feet, so but that was a really good go.
Impressive all-body strength that to hug a volume in that way.
Yes. But then you just kind of get stuck into this position. You can't get to the bonus hole. Let's see what he can do.
I remember doing a mixed climb in Scotland in winter, and the guidebook said, getting into the chimney is hard, but staying there is harder. And it's a bit like this bonus. This volume. Riley's like, yeah, I got there. Oh.
Oh no. Damn it.
Always remember that. Hard to get there, even harder to stay there. It was hard to stay there.
But you finally made it.
Well, yeah, I'm retired from Scottish winter climbing now.
And that was the main reason.
Yeah, exactly. I just go sport climbing in Spain now.
All right.
No more walking winter.
He's having a good rest there. That's
so
really
Riley,
smart.
yeah, this is clever. You can see there's a good Australian contingent down the front. Obviously, someone caught Riley's eye there. Quick smile. He's a real contender here. Won the Oceania Continental Championship in Sydney in June. Definitely a climber to look out for. And really good to see Australia represented. Can't quite stick it. Of course, we've got James Cassay, who's had a few really good results in senior men's bouldering. Nice to see another Australian coming through. And not 100% actually if James is a father now. Speak of James Cassay, must be, if he isn't, he will be soon. Maybe another month or so. Big shout out to James, always one of the popular climbers. And as I say, really good to see another strong Australian come through. It's a country blessed with some amazing climbing. Still haven't been to Arapiles. It's on the list, or the Grampians.
It's amazing climbing there. I've been there like 8 years ago. It's just amazing rock and huge landscape. It's just really mind-blowing there.
Did you climb at Arapiles?
Not Mirapolis, but Grampians. Did some climbing and bouldering.
And it was as good as everyone says?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's just the Taipan wall. It's just standing there and wow, it's just really great.
That's the problem with climbing trips. The list gets longer, it doesn't get shorter. So, Brooke Rabitou. Nice so far.
Yeah.
And that left foot, getting that left foot high definitely seems to be the way to do this.
She's going with the right hand and that works as well. Very nice.
Yep, brilliantly done from Brooke. Really, really nice. Seemed to suss out every move first time. So, Shuhei Yukimaru needs a top, you would think here, if he's going to feature on the podium. No tops yet, he's the only male climber without a top. That would be very nice if he could get one here. Let's have another look at Brooke's top out.
Wow.
So will he try the Riley method of going right? No, he goes left, goes direct. So as I mentioned, the route setters giving the climbers a real challenge here. There are no bolt-on holds on that huge round volume.
Yeah, it's all about finding the perfect body position to not smear up this hard volumes. Here he goes. Yeah, this move is maybe a little bit too hard for the boys, but we will see.
Yeah, we're still only on our third climber.
Yeah.
The 3 still to come, remember, all got 4 tops in the semis, so still in with a chance of seeing the top on this boulder. As things stand though, nobody yet, even on the bonus. Riley Thurston's came very close. Riley closest, you can probably argue closest on number 2.
Yes.
Certainly one of the closest, and so far the closest on number 3. Let's watch that again. He went right for the top. I don't think the very top is the way to do it. I think you need to have at least one hand on the side. Yeah, any sort of dynamic movement seems to be fatal on this boulder. You need to be really controlled. Just move the body a centimetre at a time. Stay in balance. Can Shuhei manage it? That's nice.
Wow.
Maybe that's the way to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Keep one hand on the lower volume.
Exactly. Put up your left foot on the volume 2 and then you got it. That would be great.
It'd be interesting.
So
normally before a competition begins, we have a bit of time with the route setters, but as they only got to bed at 5 o'clock, they didn't arrive at the venue until just before the competition began, and none of them looked in a very chatty mood. So I didn't want to quiz them too much about the boulders. So we're figuring it out the same as the climbers are. So Shuhei goes to the left. That looks like quite a good method. I wonder if you can keep that left hand on the top, then get a foot up.
Yeah.
Maybe keep a hand on that lower volume.
And then just match to the volume, go up to the bonus. But these first moves are really hard.
Yeah, the shoulders getting a good workout for the men.
Yeah.
So Futaba Ito out onto women's 3. David out men's 3. Remember, the climbers have had an observation period, but this boulder, all the climbers seem to have paused and just taken a few minutes to figure out what they're going to do.
Yeah, maybe they just want to change method because they just realized that nobody's able to climb the boulder, so they try just to do it completely differently.
Always difficult. Do you stick with the beta that you came up with in observation, or do you try and change and think, well,
yeah,
I haven't seen anyone back in isolation in less than 4 minutes, so there's been no tops. Maybe our beta is wrong. So Futaba, really nicely done so far. I think she'll go with the left hand. She will. Great stuff. So Futaba Ito back into isolation with 2:40 still left on the clock. She didn't actually hit the hole perfectly, but
yeah,
she dropped onto it. It worked great.
So David figured out the start. Up to the volume. Sticks the volume and come on, put up a foot.
Come on, David.
Ale, die. Wow, so close. Yeah, he can do that.
He can definitely do that. That's comfortably the furthest anyone's been. I think that's the first person that's even touched a bonus. Did Riley touch a bonus? I don't think he did. I think that's the first person that's actually had a good hand on it.
I think we might change the method to get the bonus, not as a shoulder move, but just as a pinch, and then that should work.
It's quite a complex hold, the bonus. It's only
Yeah.
small.
Yeah.
There's so many ways of holding it. It's a really funny hold. A Crossley hold, as they'd say in the north of England. It's a bit weird. You don't really know how to hold it. So again, he hugs it with both hands. David really seems to be able to grip this volume in a way that no one else has done.
Wow.
This looks very promising.
Wow, so good.
I think we might see a top here
I
first.
hope so.
At the very least, we've got the first bonus on this boulder.
Wow! He couldn't see the bonus at the top hole, so it was way too left, but really stuck to this second last hole. That was really impressive. Really good work from him.
That is so impressive because a few minutes ago we were speculating if maybe this move was a bit too hard for Youth B.
Yeah.
And then out comes David, and even on his first attempts, looked really solid.
Yeah, but he was the only guy that was able to stand down to the start hole and just got up statically, where the other guys had to jump, so he used that advantage.
He did great stuff from David. So Sandra Lettner is back out. And we can have another look at Katsura Kanishi on men's 3. Both climbers turn, quick chalk up, and they'll be on with it. Sandra Lettner. She will know that this boulder's been topped. Futaba Ito has just climbed it. She was back into isolation just over a minute after coming out. Not getting on with that early move. Meanwhile, Katsura just trying to suss out how to get up to this next volume. It's hard to make this look stylish.
Come on.
Is he going to go the long way around like Riley?
Yet another method with a toe hook down there, and he gets to the volume too. So nice.
That's one of the great things about when the route setters use a lot of volumes. There's so many ways to do each move. Now this looks promising from Katsura.
Wow. He used his knee, bumps up. Wow, that was really hard what he did.
Well, we were talking about winter climbing earlier. He used a winter knee there. Amazing when you're winter climbing how often you use your knee. Katsura using the winter knee.
The Scottish winter knee.
The Scottish winter knee. Oh, don't remind me. I'm retired, I told you.
Come on, Sandra. I'm sure she can do that.
We do actually have a senior World Cup, I believe, in Scotland next year, in Edinburgh.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, great city.
There have been quite a lot of youth cups the last years. I've been 3-4 times to Edinburgh, so it's a really nice wall.
Nice city.
Yeah.
Always,
Here she goes.
Always cold. So Sandra.
Come on, Sandra.
Can she get this final move? Goes to the left hand.
Ah.
She was probably the most accurate of the climbers we've seen on that hold, but couldn't quite make it work.
But she can do that too. One more try, I hope so.
Yeah, so as I say, off to Edinburgh next September. Just always cold. Lovely city. But take your down jacket. Sandra just having a good old shake out. Probably have another attempt and then she'll have time for one more, I would imagine. Katsura, his early attempts look better than the later attempts.
Come on. Yeah. He can't quite reach enough height just to get the good part of the volume, so that makes it really hard for him. Tries with the right hand. He's using a lot of energy there.
Yeah, you can see each attempt, it looks like he's having to fight harder.
Another good knee bar. Wow.
As he tries the knee again, he likes that method. He needs some speed climber knee pads.
Yeah.
Make life a lot easier. A really good final here in Youth B. Had a nice mixture of boulders that nearly everyone tops, and then super hard boulders, and this third one, particularly in the women, seems to be somewhere in the middle. Climbers who've got on with it have got on with it quite quickly.
So, no, just falls down, slips off with the right heel. Oh, that's a pity.
It's a shame for Sandra. Still one more to go though. Katsuo really scrapping here. His time's up, but he can carry on. No. So one top so far on men's 3. Women's 3, we've had 3 tops. 2 tops, 3 tops. 3 tops. Apologies, as I say, for the lack of regular score updates. We're also reliant on the score updates. We don't have any information that we don't put on the screen. So as we get scores, we'll put them up. So, Chicolor. You tempted by something similar? The Swiss flag on the side of the head?
Say again?
Are you tempted by something similar?
Not really. But the girls are making their fingernails, you know, with the Swiss flags.
Oh, you could do that.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Maybe one day I'll give it a shot. Easy work for Nathan. Presses in everything he got. Makes it up. Come on. That looks really good. Foot's up high. And he's going for the pinch, as I said. Oh, quite misses the hole. That looks really good. Ashima on her side, crushing up boulder number 3, I guess.
Yeah, when we went for a look at the boulders earlier, you did say to me, oh, Ashima can do this women's 3. So it's proving so far.
Yeah, I thought boulder number 3 is one of the easier ones, like they should all be able to do that.
Wow. She looked as if she might struggle with that move, but then actually when she went for it,
there was some hesitation, but then just bam, went for the final jog and just stuck that.
So Ashima, no trouble so far, so
let's hope Nathan can do this as well. Would be interesting for the last bowler together with Davide. Here he goes. Puts his foot up.
Ah, that looks a pretty good method.
But he too, like Davide, he's able to put up both hands from the start hold, from the foot hold. Yeah.
Left on the clock. You see there, a few people with makeshift fans. It's not that warm here in Guangzhou. It's one of the better days we've had in terms of conditions. Yesterday really was hot.
Yeah, the first 2 lead days were hot too. And then Wednesday was a good day too for the lead semi-finals and finals. Thursday, rainfall, so the bouldering qualification was cancelled. And then yeah, Friday was okay, yesterday was bad too, and today obviously is a good day for bouldering. Ah, so close.
Yeah, it's interesting. It doesn't look as if he's actually that close to staying on the hold. He can touch it,
Yeah.
but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It never looks like he's going to stay there.
No, his second attempt was way the best one. Looks like he used a lot of power to get these volumes, and there's not a lot of energy left. But let's hope he can do this.
So he's got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just about got off the ground. He was very casual. So one hand up on the volume, two hands up. So he's relatively solid on the volume.
Yes, come on.
This time he's solid on the bonus.
He got it. Yes, very nice. Let's hope he can do his final move.
Yeah, you can tell these moves are absolutely at his limit. But it's enough.
Very nice.
Great work. That does make things interesting for the final boulder. As I say,
Yes.
we'll bring you updated scores as we get them. Wow, absolutely flew up to that last hole. He was 15 centimeters above where he needed to be.
Giving in everything he had left.
There we go. So, Ashima. 3 tops, 3 flashes. Wow, extraordinary stuff. So,
Yeah.
Ashima has already won because even if someone matches her score on countback to the semi-final, she can't
That's
be
it.
caught.
Exactly.
So there we go, 3 boulders in. We get our updated scores and they tell us that Ashima Shirashi has now done the double-double. She is World Youth B champion in lead and boulder 2 years running. So, David Marco. So, Nathan hasn't shown up yet, but he also got. So I've just been told the judges have given up with the electronic tablets and they're doing the scoring by hand. I can tell you that Nathan did get the third boulder as well. He also topped that. As I say, just got to go with the flow when it comes to the Chinese scoring system. But yeah, Ashima Shirashi, her score can be matched today. Somebody can match her, but even if they do, she will win on countback to the semi-final results. So Ashima Shirashi, double-double. Lead in boulder, World Youth Champion in Youth B, 2 years running. Watch out, World, because next year she's in the Senior World Cups. And I think there'll be a few people watching this, Yanni Garnbrett, Shauna Coxey, who will be perhaps slightly nervous at the prospect of Ashima Shirashi.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
But who knows? They want maximum competition. If you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. So
That's it.
they probably won't be nervous. They'll be excited about the prospect of having her. But she's certainly going to be one of the stories of 2017. We can't wait to see her taking on the best of the best in the senior competitions.
Yes, it's always nice to see the young climbers pushing through the seniors. That's it's really interesting to see the good climbers here from tomorrow. It's really interesting.
So this is our first look at Boulders 4. Pretty fell of Germany. And we've finally got the climbers next to each other. It's nice, don't have to choose between the two. Sam Aversu's on the left on men's 4.
She's going straight to the chalk. Very nice.
Now, there's decisions to be made here. There's lots of different ways to do this move. That hole that she has her left hand on is like the rung of a ladder. It is literally the biggest hold I've ever seen in a World Cup. Sorry, an IFSC event. This isn't a World Cup, sorry.
No, it's not. But the bonus hold looks pretty bad. So next move's going to be hard. Let's see what she can do.
It's definitely the biggest hold I've ever seen on a stream. It's enormous. So you can hang there almost indefinitely.
She's just hanging back. She was aiming to going straight up to the edge there. The second last hold and skipping the bonus hold. Let's see if she sticks to that method or trying something else. We expected to go down there as she's doing, putting up a heel where her right foot is, and then just crossing into the edge. Let's see. For the boys, hard start getting into this volume. Once you're in the volume, just put up a lot of pressure on the wall, walk to the left to the bonus, a long move up there to the crimp, and just match the big jog on the top hole. Here she goes, jumping straight up.
Yeah, you can see how good that hold is. It's an enormous hold. There's actually clear air behind it. When I say it's like the rung of a ladder, it literally is. It is completely separate from the wall. So once you get a hand on it, you're probably not going to let go. But neither climber that close to a top just yet. Minutes still to go. Sam, no joy at all on men's 4.
No.
The boulder goes off and left. See Sam trying something completely different.
If he can stick that, that'd be great. Freddy sticks the jog.
Yeah, the problem with Sam is he has to touch the all the starting holes. He has to have 2 limbs on the one volume, 2 on the other. So as he goes through that jump, he has to slap them both, which doesn't make life easy. So Freddie fell.
She's on the bonus. Yeah, you see how bad the bonus is. Sam just slips off.
Wow. He's not far off, but you see the problem he's got. He can't just launch, he has to touch all the starting holes, and that makes the jump even harder. So Freddie fell. This will be her last attempt. Time's up. She can continue her attempts because it's 4+ minutes. That means that if you're off the ground when time's up, you can carry on.
Sticks to bonus. Needs to put up there a heel. Here she goes. Ah, that's going to be hard.
So no joy for either climber on boulder 4. This final is flying by. It's already on to our second climber on the last boulder. Let's have another look at Sam. Yes, so he slaps the starting hold. It's certainly an unusual method.
Yes.
I think you'll need to do it statically, but I could be proved wrong. It did look as if it was a bit of a last resort. So, Laura Rigora taking a good look before she sets off.
So I'm thrilled to look how she's going to do that jump. If she's going straight to the chalk or using the hold just behind.
So it looked as if she tried to bump off that rail.
Yeah. And Rail in the meanwhile is already up on the big volume. Very nice.
Riley's been really close to boulders 2 and 3.
Yes. Let's hope he can stick that.
Yeah, he can really feature here because he's been so close.
Yes.
Oh,
He's got to change the hand.
It makes his shoulders ache just watching, trying to reach behind his head like that. That looks a much more comfortable method. Whether it be more successful, I don't know.
Nice toe. That's the method. And here he goes. Very nice. Sticks the bonus. Come on, Riley.
Come on,
Very
Riley.
nice. Come on.
So he's got a tiny crimp. That was the one he just went for. And then from there, he's going for the top hold, which is pretty good.
Yeah, but it's still...
Yeah, the problem is you're launching off such a poor crimp.
Yeah.
He got the crimp pretty much perfectly, it seemed. Laura Agora really struggling with this jump early on. She'll be able to see that she's going for an enormous hold, but it's just too far right now. Got 2 minutes. She doesn't feel she's using much energy, clearly, because she's just going for attempt after attempt after attempt.
She just has to do this, and then I think she, wow, close. She will be able to do maybe even second, to come second.
Still no luck for Laura Shrewsbury. Riley Thurston's meanwhile just taking a bit of a rest. It's so physical, this men's four, but there are no more after this, so leave everything on the mat. No point having energy left at the end.
Just slips off the feet there. 1 minute left. So let's keep the finger crossed for Riley that he can do this last boulder.
Yeah, he looked really neat and controlled. He's so precise with his feet. You can see the way he's got them on that left foot. Is barely really a hold there. It's just the top of a volume, a couple of millimeters. But he's so neat. And the same with this toe hook that we're going to see in place in a minute. I wonder if that first attempt just took so much energy. That's frustrating because it seems like now he's figured out the beater. But does he have the energy to do it? Laura Agora, she needs this.
So close.
And she won't have time for another go. I think it looked like time was up there. No one's called her down, so maybe not. According to our clocks, time was up. It won't matter though, she doesn't have time. And she can't do that jump to the big hold. That's unfortunate for Laura. Exit stage right. See there Eddie, he of the multiple cameras. Keep an eye on the IFSC Facebook page for the fruits of his labour today. So Brooks back out. 2 tops for her so far today. Didn't like women's 2 at all. She liked number 1 and number 3. Shuhei Yukimaru, excuse me. Yukimaru. Once again on the mats for men's 4. Men's 4 yet to see a top. I have to say, I feel a bit sorry for Ryan in this final. He's been so close to 3 boulders, super close. I think he's had his hand on the top of every boulder.
Yeah.
Certainly, I'm just looking back at the boulders now, certainly on number 2, not number 3, but yeah.
Yeah, if he would have got number 2 and maybe number 4, that would put him in first place or second place.
Yeah, he's had his hand on the top of 2 boulders and not got to the top and not successfully topped them. Remember, you've got to get both hands on top in control, so just touching the top hole isn't enough. But Ryan Thurston's certainly a man to keep an eye on. He's really impressed with his final and come very, very close a couple of boulders. So we can concentrate on Brooke. Shuhei just taking a bit longer to check his beater. So there's a quite good crimps at Brooks on that. She's also struggling with the jump.
She's not aiming for the big jog.
No, she's trying to stop on the intermediate hole instead of bumping through it.
Which looks really hard.
It does look hard. Looked looked as if there's a bit of fatigue just kicking in with Brooke there. End of a long week.
Yeah.
Just looked like she found that starting move a bit harder that time round. Let's have another look at that attempt at the jump. Yeah, she's sus now that she needs to go through in one movement. But that time didn't seem to want to go straight through.
That's for sure way harder than just jumping straight to the big chalk. But I think that's how the route setters were thinking about to climb the boulder.
Freddie felt got the closest on this boulder so far.
Come on, Brooke.
Brooke, the third climber out, still got 3 more to go after this.
Yes, here she goes.
That's how good that hold is, because that was a massive swing. Legs almost went horizontal, but she stuck it. So over to the bonus. Left hand up.
Nice.
Now this is a hard move.
Yes, it is. Next hold's okay. Come on. Ah.
It's frustrating.
Same thing for the guys. Small crimp before you can make it to the top. Let's see how it can do.
So Shuhei, he's now up towards where we saw Riley fall.
That looks good.
Looks very promising for Shuhei.
That just slips off. That's a pity that the last hold is that bad.
So Brooke, you got 10 seconds. Don't get on until the last second.
Super close.
That was great. So Brooks off the ground now. So Shuhei. Shuhei is back down. He won't get that. It's unfortunately no tops for him in this final. Rabbit, I'm going to have to get one of those chalk bags in Vale next year. That's great.
And she missed the chalk, and that's it for finals for Brooke here. Did a good job.
Really good job. And already before today even started, had a silver medal in the bag from the lead. Finished behind Ashima.
Did she do the speed for the overall? You know that?
I think she did, but I don't think she was in the finals, if my memory serves me right. So here's the latest results for the men that we have. They're not quite updated yet, but if we can just have a good look at them. So it's about to have a good look at the results, but they've disappeared. We'll hopefully get updated results shortly. Out now, we've got Futaba Ito and David Marco Colombo of Italy. The latest to try their luck with these boulders.
Futaba's off the ground. Let's see how she's trying to do that first move.
No tops on either of the boulders so far.
She's aiming for the 1-2 as well. So let's see how that works out.
David, though, with an amazing top of number 3. He'll be full of confidence. Futaba, she didn't manage to jump first time. Lines up for another attempt.
Wow.
That's quite surprising because she's got a hand on it.
Yeah.
A pretty good hand.
Slightly change the method, just go from the left crimp, not with both crimps, which is a little bit closer up to the chop. David sticks the first move. He's got to figure out where the small hold is in the left volume.
There is a good hold there.
Here he goes. Toe hook.
That must have been a good feeling when he found that.
Gets to the bonus.
Okay, David.
Let's hope to see a top here. Shakes out a little bit.
This will put real pressure on Nathan.
Yes.
Very controlled. It is a tiny hold, that crimp, though.
Wow. So strong. Just almost campaigning it through. That was really, really impressive. Good job from Davide.
A big statement from Davide. And I'm pretty sure that guarantees him second place. As I say, we are waiting for the scores to update. I believe the judges have resorted to doing things on paper. But I'm pretty sure that guarantees him second, because he has 3 tops now. It'll come down to attempts. Yeah, great climbing. Really impressive. Same on number 3. Look how much power he needed. See this move. I mean, he manages to smear his feet, but there's not much there. Nice. Speed replay.
So Futaba's up here, up to the chalk. Gets the bonus.
This looks very promising. We've seen climbers higher than this, so it's not in the bag yet.
Wow, a nice heel down there.
Now this is where Brooke fell. This is a hard move up with the right hand.
So close.
35 seconds.
That's
got to decide whether it's worth 1 attempt or 2. How easily did she make? Wow, direct. Didn't even use the rail.
No.
I have to say, from standing on the mats earlier, it is a long way up to that big hold. And again sticks it. Remember, the time's up, but she can carry on. She's already left the ground.
She should shake out a little bit there and then just go for the final push. Sticks to hold.
Okay, now needs to get that right hand up. This looks promising. She's in a good position. It really is not a great hold. Has she just banged the knee coming down? I think she has.
Yeah.
Let's keep an eye on that right knee. Let's have a look. I think she banged it as she moved. Oh, that's so painful when that happens. So the 4th boulders in men's and women's, unconquered as, apart from David, he's just topped it. Getting ahead of myself, yeah. David just topped it. Women's boulder 4, it remains unconquered. The latest to try her luck, Sandra Lettner. Katsura Kanishi will be trying his luck on the men's. So Davide in a very commanding position now.
Going directly to the left. Crimp just to prepare for the jump. Wow. Solid.
Now Sandra, it looked as if she was contemplating not even going to the right.
Yes.
And she's not going to go to the right.
No.
Now then, what now? Sandra,
Wow.
she just can't decide what to do.
Yeah. And in the meanwhile, Katsura just made it to the bonus hole, I think on the first try. Moving to the left. Wow. Try to get up his foot.
He's fighting. How much energy has he got left, though? He looks solid on the crimp.
Sticks the crimp.
I think he's going to jump. He is.
Yes, very nice.
And
I think
he
it's
tops.
a flash.
He was off the ground for a long time, that's for sure. So Sandra had, there's Jackie Goodoff in the background. Blue t-shirt. Chief Boulder route setter here. It is a spectacular move that the route setters have put in. Sandra used up a lot of energy earlier on, and now struggling with the jump. Sandra, she has won a European Youth Cup in bouldering. She can absolutely feature here and top, do very nicely. Winning Graz in her home country, 2016, earlier on this year. It's interesting actually, she's had 4 other podiums in European Youth Cups, 4 of them in Austria. Obviously likes, 3 of them in Austria, obviously likes a home crowd.
Yeah, there's been a lot of youth cups this year in Austria. Yeah. Wow. Other methods, come on.
Bumped the left hand up, but now
She's got to change, I think, or just to match.
she's going to have to change back. It's such a poor hold. You can see this is absolutely at the limit. Is she just going to go for it?
Oh, and with 3 fingers on the top, just slips off.
I thought she might be rewarded there. That was brave climbing. I thought she might just get it. You could see she realized she needed to match and then just thought, I can't do it, I'm going to go.
Oh, so close.
She wasn't far off, you know.
No, not at all. So let's see. Yeah, shaking off a little bit.
So she's
experienced climber.
Yeah, experienced climber. She's off the ground now. This will be her last attempt regardless. So she's going to take as much rest as she can on the relatively good holds at the start. She needs to get this jump right. She's got it a couple of times and not got it a couple of times. This time she gets it. So now she can have a long rest. Will she take it though? Interestingly enough, the music stopped. Oh, there we go, the music's back. Poor Sandra was suddenly just climbing in silence. Bit disconcerting. Now, yeah, I'd imagine she will take a long rest. Surprised she didn't take a chalk bag actually, because
yes,
she knew she would have a long rest.
Here we go.
This time she goes for the bonus.
Yes.
Up with the left hand. Has she figured out that she needs to go through with the right?
Sticks it again. Matches. Ah, and just slips off.
Oh, that was so close.
Yeah, really close.
So just to let you know, currently in second place, Futaba Ito, Brooke Rabbatu currently in third. We are getting some updated scores here at the venue. And Sandra Letner will not catch them. So that is your confirmed top 3. Brooke Rabbatu will take third, she'll take a bronze medal. Futaba Ito will take second, and this woman, Ishima Shireshi, will win here in Guangzhou. Do apologise again for the lack of regular scores. I just happened to glance over and saw on the big screen they had some updated scores then, so I was able to give you an update. We will give you scores whenever we get them. So Shima, she's already won.
But she's going for the 4-4, of course.
She would love 4 flashes. Let's have a look. Can she get them? She is human after all.
Yes, she is. And Nathan with a nice heel hook there. First try, just almost made it to the bonus. Here he goes.
So it's between him and Davide for the win. The key is attempts. As I say, when we have some information on the score, we will let you
Shakes
know.
off a little bit. Yeah, he will do that. Come on, easy. Wow, so strong.
Okay, so the key there will be attempts. Ashima, meanwhile, already crowned champion, no matter what she does here. Even I could win from where Ashima is right now. Doesn't need to do anything, but she would love 4 tops. What a statement that would be before her first year in the seniors. Back-to-back World Youth Championships in Boulder and lead. 4 tops to finish off her Youth B career. That would be a nice way to go out. That was really nice.
Yeah.
Never
That
really
looked so easy.
Yeah, it didn't look in doubt. Never
No.
looked in doubt.
Good cool down for him. Yeah, Shima is quite struggling with that jump. She's
Yeah.
going for the 1-2.
Quite surprised. She's done. I did say earlier I'd give you more details on her CV. She's done 2 8C boulders. It's V15 in American speak, so you wouldn't have thought that dynamic moves like this would necessarily be too big an issue. Yeah, really not getting on with that move at all. She's also climbed 9A plus sport. Here's a good quiz question. We're not live, so you can't tweet or anything. Can anyone name the 2 8C V15 boulders that
Wow,
Ashima has
almost.
done? One for the, dare I say it, one for the geeks out there. Good little quiz while you're at home. Name the 2 8C slash V15 boulders Ashima has done. I'll give you a couple of minutes. So, can she stick this move up to and beyond the rail?
Wow. Yeah, that's a surprise, huh?
It is a surprise, yeah. I'd imagine quite a few people breathing a sigh of relief and they think, oh, okay, maybe she's human. So 10 seconds ago, she hasn't yet dialed this move. Okay, she'll have one more attempt. This is the last we'll see of Ashima Shirashi in Youth B competition. As of next year, she'll be in Youth A, and she'll also be competing in Senior World Cups. We will hopefully be able to confirm all the results for you before we leave. Just to let you know, the podium ceremonies for this Youth B and Youth A and Junior will take place after the Junior finals. So we're not going to have the podiums for this event until later on. So Ashima, she can't do Boulder 4.
Nobody did boulder 4 and the female. For the male, nobody did boulder number 2, so
That's
yeah.
interesting, yeah. We thought all 8 would be topped. In the end, 6 out of 8 were topped. On women's 4 though, they did get a hand on the top. Sandra Lettner had a good hand on top, but just couldn't quite stick it. So the crowd are dispersing and we can confirm the results, I believe. So there we go, Nathan takes it. And it was 1 attempt. That was the difference. Nathan did it 3 tops in 6 attempts. Davide, 3 tops in 7 attempts. Just goes to show how crucial attempts are. Katsura Kanishi takes 3rd. Sam Avazu just off the podium, 4th place. Of course, he won the lead competition. Riley Thurston so close on 3 boulders, but actually only managed to top the first one. And Shuhei Yukimaru No tops, 6th place. So Nathan Martin is the male youth B champion. Apologies for the lack of score updates during the event. We knew it was between him and Davide, and he takes it by 1 attempt. Just waiting for the women's scores. We briefly glimpse them. So there we go. Ashima Sureshi, double world champion, Youth B in lead and boulder, 2 years running here and in Arco. Futaba Ito adds to Japan's medal tally. She takes silver, and Brooke Rabutu bronze in 3rd place. Laura Rigora, who took bronze in the lead, is down in 4th. Sandra Lettner, who came so close to topping that final boulder, she takes 5th, and Freddie Phil of Germany is 6th. So, fantastic final to get the day started. We've still got the Youth A to come and the Youth Juniors as well, so plenty of action still to come. We'll see you later on.